On the way to Kununurra, I had a stopover in Catherine Gorge or Nitmiluk to have a look around. Primary target was the black palm monitor, the Brandis glebo palma. Saw some tracks, which I expected were probably from a glebo, but I didn't see much other than a few kangaroos, some cool birds, and this gorgeous view. The drive into Kununurra was beautiful. I stopped along the way to check out some rock art and saw these cool dragons. The crocodile painting inside the shelter was pretty amazing as well. Instead of heading into Kununurra, I went out to Lake Argyle for a little herping. What a beautiful spot. And the herping wasn't bad either. Despite the heat, the frogs were the first things to come out on the road, followed by some snakes, including this little spotted snake. And it's always great to see a children's python. These were really beautiful out here as well. The last find of the night were a couple of Burton's legless lizard, a type of legless gecko. The next morning had me looking for Kimberley rock monitors, in which I spotted one on this rock face, as well as this freshwater crocodile swimming in Lake Argyle. What a beautiful landscape. When it's too hot for reptiles, you can always count on birds. These western bowerbirds were fun to watch, as well as these white-quilled rock pigeons. The baobab tree has my vote for the coolest tree in the world. Very impressive. There was a raging fire occurring just right next to the freeway.
Drop the beer.
Miramah National Park is located in the heart of Kununurra. It has some impressive scenery and some cool wildlife. A couple of tawny frogmouths were hanging out at the end of the hike. It was fun to watch these birds. The Coira datella is a rather large and impressive species. This spiny-tailed gecko was a welcome sight after not seeing any in Kakadu. It was fun to come across a few more children's pythons. These ones were hunting frogs in the grotto. Another cool target species was the magnificent tree frog. The sheer amount of wildlife in this area was very impressive. What a cool stop. The next day, Enzo and I headed down a few hours south of Kununurra, found that Horner's dragon and this cool stores monitor. Randomly, on a small stretch of road was this mini plague of grasshoppers. It was hard to tell if this was a central netted dragon or a Slater's ring-tailed dragon, but the presence of adult Slaters in the area let us assume the latter.
You little chicken. Cool.
Enzo spotted this common tree snake as we walked the edges of a wash looking for crocodiles. There are also these cool fruit bats flying overhead. It was really cool to see these freshwater crocodiles swimming around in the small ponds that were once a large river and soon would be again. The drive home yielded a couple more snakes, including this northern shovel-nosed snake and a couple little spotted snakes.
Yeah, hard to see, right? Just kind of flattening out. Cool snake.
The next day found me back in Miramar checking out some birds, including this masked lapwing and a gray crowned babbler. Although I'd gotten a brief view of a Kimberly rock monitor on a cliff face out by Lake Argyle, I was very happy to get this closer interaction with one. It's always great to watch your main target doing its thing out in the wild. Kimberly rock monitors are incredibly athletic, climbing the surface of the rocks with ease. It was very enjoyable to watch this one hunt along the cliff face, looking for spiders, insects, whatever it can overpower and eat. Special thanks to Enzo for teaching me their natural history, helping me identify the parameters that would help me find this animal. It was really great to be able to see them in the wild. Oh, it was time to head back to Darwin for my flight home. Along the way, I stopped at the Keep River National Park and checked out some amazing rock art. It was extremely hot, which made for an uncomfortable sleep. I was the only person in the campground, but the scenery was well worth it. I couldn't take another night in the heat, so I headed over to Catherine, where the herping was also a little better. Found a couple olive pythons, which was nice. The finale for the night with this stunning black-headed python was found not far from town. My last stop on the journey back to Darwin was Edith Falls, a nice little spot where I enjoyed some swimming, chasing some little skinks, and enjoying the scenery. All in all, this was a fantastic trip, and I can't wait to get back to this area. Thanks for watching.